What's going on, guys? It is Wednesday at 9:30 Central Standard Time, and that means the Movie Idiot Show. We do it every single Wednesday, 9:30 a.m. right here. And what is the Movie Idiot Show? Well, I'm glad you asked. Movie Idiot Show is me, your movie idiot, talking about movies, TV news, and that kind of thing. And yeah, we're going to get right into it. I have a ton of stuff to get into. Hopefully my guy Ryan will be able to join me at some point. I know he said that he might be able to jump on here. So if he can, we will patch him in. I sent him the invite, but we're having some technical difficulties, so we will see if Ryan's going to jump in or not. But we're going to get started here. We got a lot of topics to get through and not a whole lot of time to get through it. So let's start with topic number one. And main topic number one is this. AMC Theaters and Universal made a deal yesterday. They made a deal. And this is a monumentally huge kind of deal. The kind of deal that just doesn't normally happen. So there's a little background to this, and let me get into that here. So basically, AMC and Universal had kind of a tiff, if you will, a little scuffle when Universal released Trolls World Tour. Universal wanted to do VOD. AMC basically said, if you do VOD, we will not play your movie in the theaters. Well, you know, obviously it didn't really much matter because Trolls World Tour released during COVID, so not a big deal, right? But what AMC was protecting was the thing called the theatrical window. The theatrical window was 90 days. So what that is from the day that a movie releases in theaters until the day it can be put out for VOD, which is video on demand. So AMC wanted Universal to respect the theatrical window. It was a whole big blow up, a whole big thing. Well, that kind of finally blew over, especially since COVID, and whatnot. So the theatrical window thing kind of blew over and we were fine. Well, last night AMC and Universal made a deal to shrink the theatrical window to 17 days. What that means is a movie can release on, let's say, August 1st, and on August 18th, it can be available for video on demand right at your house, right at home. That's huge. Why is that huge? Well, movie theaters and studios have this agreement to protect theaters, obviously. And then also because theaters make a ton of money off of movies showing in theaters, way more than video on demand. But theaters run the risk, if this theatrical window shrinks, they run the risk of losing out on a ton of money. Because as much as there are people like me, I love seeing movies in the theater. That's where I like to go, right? So I love to go to the movie theater. I was when COVID wasn't a thing. I was an AMC A-list subscriber. Like, I go to the theater all the time. That's my thing. And I much prefer to see movies in the theater. But many people don't really need to go to the theater. They would prefer to see the movie at home. So what'll happen is your theaters and your studios are going to miss out on a ton of money that they would have had. Now, it depends on how much they're going to, do VOD for and whatnot. It's not going to be cheap. I'll guarantee you that. And I don't even know if it'd be they may have a different tier of VOD at this point. Like, I don't even know if it's going to be the $20 that they've done VOD, with, previously or whatever. But I gotta tell you, they run the risk. The AMC is running a huge risk right now of losing out on a ton of money and possibly even shutting down theaters. But here's why I don't think that is. And I don't think that's going to be a thing, because I think that most movies right now are making their money in the first weekend. In the first weekend it's out. And that's it. So second weekend, right? So that's within 14 days. after that, I mean, from first weekend to second weekend, revenues drop like 60 to 70%. And then after that, it drops another 50% on top of that. So you're talking 75% of most of your revenue, especially look at a movie like Endgame, which made, almost $1 billion in its first weekend. So most of your revenue is going to be made in those first 14 days anyway. So I really don't think that the studios have much to worry about, but I think the theaters do. And then if you get a movie like Avatar, which had legs, where it, carried, I mean, there's a lot, that's going on there, and I don't know, man. I'm a little torn on like how I feel about this, because I like my theatrical experience. I want movies in the theaters. That's what I'm looking for. But what do you guys at home think? Let me know in the comments below your thoughts on that. Do you think that they should not have shrunk the theatrical window that close to 17 days? I mean, I know 90 days was a long time, but do you think maybe they should have, if they were going to shrink it, maybe 60 days or 30 days? Do you think 17 days is too short? Do you think it's totally cool? Because now you'll be able to download your videos VOD, man, 17 days after the release of the film. So Tenet releases, late August, and you'll have that sucker by like early to mid-September, man. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below your thoughts on that. And before we get to our next topic here, I forgot to tell you guys how you can jump in on the show. So there are multiple ways you could jump in on the show. Right now we are streaming on YouTube and we are streaming on Facebook. And of course you can comment below on YouTube or Facebook, and I, will interact with you live right here on the show. Also, you can send in comments and questions to Facebook or Twitter at MovieIdiot1. If you want to send in main topics for the show, you can do that. themovieidiot@gmail.com is where you can do that if you want to submit stuff from main topics. And then, of course, the best way to comment and interact with the show is through the tip link. And this right here is your tip link. So you send in your question comments to streamlabs.com/movieidiot, and that's the best way. And if you send them in that way, I will read those, because what I do is at the end after all the main topics, I read all of your comments and stuff, and anything you guys submitted via Facebook or Twitter or whatever. But I read the tip links first because you're supporting the show, you're supporting the channel, and so that's how we do it. So that being said, let's jump into our second main topic. Second main topic of the day here is New Mutants. So New Mutants is retaining their release date when all these movies are out there and they are, jumping off their release dates, and they're switching days, and they're, trying to find new, ways to get around COVID or whatever. New Mutants is doubling down, and they are keeping their release date. Now, the release date for New Mutants here is it's August 28th. August 28th. So New Mutants is doubling down, and Disney is releasing New Mutants on August 28th for theatrical release. What does that mean? Well, it means that New Mutants may possibly be the first movie to bring back movies. It could be the first big new movie. Now, if you guys don't know what New Mutants is, New Mutants was actually a Fox property. So New Mutants was a Fox property that they had, and it was the final movie ever created in the X-Men universe under Fox before Disney bought them out. New Mutants has been rescheduled like 5 times. I think it's been like 5. Pretty sure. This movie, at some point people were thinking it was cursed, like that it was never going to come out. This movie wrapped like everything 3 years ago. So it would be ironic and awesome if New Mutants ends up holding this August 12th release date, and it ends up being the first big blockbuster-ish type movie to come out and debut and possibly save movies. I mean, I think that would be awesome for New Mutants, and I think it would be really cool. But it's really nice that Disney is holding to that. A lot of people thought New Mutants might even go on VOD. I'm glad they didn't. I want to see it in the theater again. Like, I want to see the theatrical production. So I'm very excited for New Mutants, and I'm very excited they're holding on to that release date, and hopefully they can keep it. But what do you guys think? Do you think Disney's crazy? Do you think they should reschedule this? Do you think they should hold on to it? Let me know in the comments below your thoughts on that. And I will get to our next topic here. Like I said, we got a lot of topics today, so we're going to be kind of barreling through them really quickly here. Topic number 3. And that is another movie that's been pushed off a lot, and that is Tenet. And I feel like every week I end up talking to Tenet. Shout out to Patrick Greer, who just commented. So I feel like every week I'm talking about Tenet. So Tenet was supposed to release mid-July, and then it got pushed to mid-August, and now that got pushed again. And, Christopher Nolan, the director of Tenet, he really wanted Tenet to be the movie that opened theaters, and he wanted that movie to be what New Mutants might end up being. It's not going to be the one that opens theaters. In fact, in the U.S., Tenet is still not going to come into theaters until September 4th now. But also, Warner Brothers has given everybody in America a little slappity on the hand because America doesn't have the COVID situation settled down yet. They're releasing it internationally sooner. Basically, in any country or market that has COVID under control, they're releasing Tenet in I think it's mid to late August, internationally in August, ahead of the U.S. debut. So end of August in 70 overseas territories, including Australia, Canada, France, Germany, Italy, Japan, Korea, Russia, and the United Kingdom. I feel like I'm on Animaniacs. Let me try that again. Hold on. Australia, Canada, France, and Germany, Italy, Japan, and Korea, Russia. Oh, all right. Anyway, anybody who's ever seen Animaniacs knows what that is. But they will be releasing it in all of those countries before the U.S. And this doesn't happen. So tentpole movies like Tenet get a domestic U.S. release usually first because they make the most money here. So it's very shocking. It's a huge shock that they are going to release Tenet internationally before. I'm just floored that this is actually even happening. So, but it's happening, they're going to release it internationally. They're going to try to recoup some of their money, and they have to. It has to be a theatrical release. They spent $250 million on this movie, and that's before marketing. So it's crazy. I'm shocked and amazed. But what do you guys think? Do you guys think that that's a mistake? Should they just universally release? Should they wait? Should they just release in the U.S.? What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments below your thoughts, or send in a tip and let me know what you guys think. And so we're going to move on to the next topic here. Topic number 4. And topic number 4 is a somber, sad topic. Regis Philbin, TV host, and you've seen him on the Regis and Kelly show. You've seen him on Who Wants to Make a Millionaire. Actually, I think it was Regis and Kathy Lee before, and he's been in on 100 other things. Towards the late 90s, early 2000s, if you needed a talk show anything, or a host, Regis was your dude. So Regis passed away. He was 88 years old. This guy has been, again, like a mainstay on TV for decades, and just seemingly a really nice, awesome dude in general. So, R.I.P. to Regis, and, he will be missed. I always enjoyed him. I enjoyed him on the, the morning talk shows too. I thought he was very engaging, really cool, seemingly nice guy, so, the passing of Regis, that's a tough one, but hopefully him and his family, or well, not him, his family's doing well, and again, rest in peace, Regis, and thank you for all the great memories and awesome shows. So, and we're gonna move on from that one. So we're plowing right through here, which is good. Oh, wait, I think I think I got Ryan here. Hold on a second, guys. I might have Ryan. I got him. I got him in here. All right, hold on, Ryan. Let me patch you through here. What's up, man?
Hi.
All right, I think I got Ryan. Let me get him. Let me get Ryan on the screen here. Hold on.
Good morning.
Good morning. There he is. We got him. We got Ryan.
Hello.
All right. Hello. What's up, man? All right. So we had some technical difficulties, but we got him in. We're ready to roll here. Ryan, I'm going to go back to a couple of topics I touched on, but I'm going to just run through them really quick with you, if that's cool. So I don't know if you've been watching or not. Did you catch any of the topics or?
I did.
All right. So what did you?
I did.
What did you think about the AMC Universal deal? Real quick.
Oh my God, what a thing,
dude! Like,
it's changing the face of cinematic exhibition as we know it, and that's interesting for sure. I mean, I think that it was kind of blown up in the media with the AMC and the Universal guy, and their little fallout that, like you said, got really played up, and it really wasn't as much as they made it sound. But hey, we'll see how it goes. I guess I didn't realize that Universal had always been kind of a progressive, cutting edge studio when it came to trying to, innovate when it comes to exhibition and all that. Going back to Tower Heist.
Yep. Yes. They've been pushing for a while. So yeah, no, that's Tower Heist is definitely is I think one of the first, if not the first one, where they really pushed for it, and there was a lot of pushback from NAFTA, which is the North American theater owners or whatever. So anyway, yeah, or NATO, not NAFTA, NATO. I get all it's because it's like, it's a government thing or whatever. Anyway, NATO.
There's
a
few
North
NATOs.
American, yeah, there's a couple.
There's a couple NATOs.
All right, so anyway, I'm gonna jump. Go ahead. Yep, wrap that one up.
Just to wrap that one up. I mean, we'll see how it goes, and where we're going with this next decade of cinema exhibition and what it's going to entail. I mean, we'll see if other studios start to follow suit.
Yeah. Yep. All right.
Someone who's always down for going to the theater. I don't do premium VOD, but if it happens, it happens.
Yep. So what about New Mutants? Sticking with that August opening date, man. What are your thoughts on that?
Do you remember when New Mutants was supposed to come out in like 2016?
Yeah. But no, I think it was a little later than that, because I think they wrapped 3 years ago. So it was yeah. But yes, it's been forever. Like I heard a joke once that the kids, like, when they were kids when they made the movie, they're gonna be like 80 when they hit the red carpet.
But they're gonna be adults now when they come to the premiere. So there goes the sequel.
Right.
I thought, look, so when the preview for New Mutants dropped, and like I said, I swear that was like 3 years ago, I first saw the teaser preview for New Mutants. I was like, yes, finally they're doing this horror version of, X-Men. I was like, yeah, this is going to be really cool. And then kept getting pushed back and got pushed back. And then it was a year later, and then it was another year later. And it's like, why do we keep pushing this movie back? And then now all other movies are getting pushed back except for New Mutants. So
right.
That's ironic.
I know. I thought it was ironic too. I'm pulling for it to keep the date. I actually want New Mutants to be the movie that brings everybody back. Plus, like,
it would be interesting,
dude, with the horror aspect, like superhero horror movies are like totally up my alley. So yeah.
I didn't get a chance to watch Brightburn yet, but did you watch Brightburn?
I did. Honestly, disappointed me a little bit. Love the concept. Movie's a little disappointing, but a couple of really cool scenes. So, worth a watch, definitely, and you make your own opinion. But that's kind of how I felt about Brightburn. All right, I'm gonna jump to the next topic really quick because, like I said, we gotta kind of burn through. So the Tenet thing. So Tenet releasing internationally first, and then in the U.S. What do you think? Your thoughts go.
Kind of becoming of a tentpole release. You do see like Avengers Infinity War, I think, released 1 week in advance overseas before released in America. But like the fact that they're not even scheduling a US release yet, and they're like, okay, yeah, we'll release in all these other territories, and then whenever we get a chance to release in the US, we will. Um, I'm kind of burned by that a little bit because honestly, it's like now the internet's going to be full of freaking spoilers, and
that's what
like,
I was worried about. Not just
when are
spoilers,
we
but
going to
leaks.
see it?
Well, not just spoilers, but leaks. I mean, they run the risk of like everybody just
Yep.
pirating the movie. And I mean,
Yep.
I'm not that guy. I mean, I would much rather see it in the theater. So for me, like, that's, but yeah, they run a huge risk of just piracy, piracy, piracy. So yeah, and that was the one thing I forgot to touch on. So yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Well, and actually, I read another article a couple weeks ago that they actually need to make $800 million to break even.
It's close, yeah, something around there. So
Yeah.
it's the production costs 250, and then usually the marketing's another like 100 or 150. Well, in this case, they've already done 2 marketing campaigns. So your marketing cost on this movie is probably pushing almost 300. So that's 550 right there. Plus the theater gets a third.
Yeah. Well, then there's also marketing costs and distribution costs are kind of different. Where you got to produce the DCPs, and with tentpole movies, when you produce 4,000 DCPs at $3,000 a piece, it's
So
it just goes and goes and goes.
So you're right. It might have to be upwards of 800, which means it has to be theatrical, which is why I think they're doing this formula, because they got to get this movie out there. I mean, every day they don't release the movie, there's interest. Plus, let's not forget that Christopher Nolan gets a nice, crisp 20% cut right off the top, which doesn't happen.
Yep.
So, yeah, it's crazy, man.
So historic.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. So, all right. So let's close on that one here, and then let's see. Finally, really quick, the one other topic I covered before we jumped on, just Regis passing away. Got any thoughts on that?
Oh, he was a fantastic host. Absolutely fantastic host. I was a kid when he was on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and we used to watch that. I remember watching it with my family, and then when he did Regis and Kelly, like, he was a good host. That's all we can say about him. And yeah, an all around nice guy. I don't think he ever had bad press,
Yeah.
He just it's sad. He was 88. He lived a good full life.
Yeah. So yeah, and that's kind of how I felt. Like, he really good host, and like I said, that the late 90s, early 2000s, he was on like everything.
Yeah.
Like, there wasn't a show that he didn't do. So
yeah.
Yep. All right. Well, let's move on to some main topics that I haven't covered. So let's start with the next main topic. Netflix sets a prequel series for The Witcher called Blood Origin. They announced The Witcher Blood Origin, a limited series from the Witcher universe. It's going to be a 6-part live-action limited series prequel about The Witcher. So, Ryan, have you seen The Witcher, first of all? And secondly, what are your thoughts on the spin-off series?
I have not watched The Witcher yet. It's definitely on the top of my list to watch whenever we get a chance. I know a lot of people that have seen The Witcher. A lot of people at work were telling me about The Witcher. I know it's based on a video game that's based on a novel, or a novel based on a video game, or I don't know. I know there's a lot of different media outlets for The Witcher.
Yeah.
So the material's there from what I know of it. So having a prequel series, yeah, why not? I mean, I think The Witcher was massively successful for Netflix. So
it is awesome. Just so you know, it is absolutely amazing. I absolutely love The Witcher. It is a phenomenal show. Henry Cavill is so good in it. It's written really well. It is one of the first video game adaptations of a show, or a show video game adaptation that I think knocked it out of the park. It just killed it.
Right.
So definitely worth a watch. And I'm in. I'm already all in. Like I totally want to see this. I think it's gonna be great. So I am definitely down. So, what do you guys at home think? Are you guys interested in the Witcher spinoff? Are you gonna check that out, the Witcher prequel? Let me know in the comments below your thoughts on that, and we'll just jump right along to the next main topic, and kind of in the same boat here with the Witcher. The Boys season 3 has been officially announced and confirmed, I should say. It was announced already, but it has now been confirmed by Amazon Prime. Announced today that the Boys Comic Book Con let me try that again. Amazon Prime announced during the at-home Comic-Con that the Boys season 3 has been renewed, and it has been announced, so it is confirmed. So Ryan, have you seen the Boys? And what are your thoughts on a season 3, even before season 2 drops?
Right. I mean, hey, just when you have something that's as successful as that, keep going.
Yeah.
That's all. And once again, haven't seen the Boys. That was another thing on, there's so many Amazon shows and so many Netflix shows. And if I had time to watch all of them, of course I would love to, but it's just,
Sure. No, fully understand. Yeah, I know. I've been wanting. There's so many shows. Like I've been wanting to watch Ozark. I've been wanting to watch. Dude, I started watching Better Call Saul years ago when it first came on. I think I've got like 3 episodes in, and it's not that I didn't even like it. It's just never got to finish. It happens. But I of course am very excited about the Boys because that show is phenomenal. So it's so good. Yeah. So definitely excited. But what do you guys at home think? Are you guys interested in the Boys? And do you watch the Boys? And what do you think about the Boys announcing season 3 even before season 2 drops? Let us know in the comments below your thoughts on that. And we're just gonna jump ahead again. Next topic here. So this is a big one.
How far behind I am. I'm just started. I'm just watching Orange is the New Black.
Oh wow!
And that show's been out.
I got to tell you, I've never watched it. So
I mean, it's been out for 7 years.
I know. Yep. I just honestly, it's never hooked me. None of the trailers, I just never really.
The acting is phenomenal.
That's what I hear. And
not just from Taylor Schilling and Laura Prepon. Like the entire supporting cast is just absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
The story is whatever. It's entertaining enough. But the acting is, we talked about acting clinics before.
Yeah.
If you want to watch something about an acting clinic, that's one of the shows I would definitely recommend.
I will have to keep that in mind. But again, it's like I have to put it in the queue. It's like
put it in the queue. Priorities here.
Yep. So speaking of, here, let's get to the next topic. The next topic is the Mandalorian Star Wars series breaks Disney Plus intro Emmys with 15 nominations, including the surprise Best Drama nod, which is kind of like the Emmy equivalent to Best Picture, basically, at the Oscars. Ryan, what are your thoughts on Mandalorian breaking in 15 Emmy nominations, including that big one, the Best Dramatic Series for a Star Wars show? I'm floored.
More power to them. I've seen the first episode of The Mandalorian, and once again, not that I haven't wanted to keep watching, just didn't have the time to keep watching. And episode 1 was phenomenally done. Like, just for a Star Wars show going on to Disney Plus, I was like, all right, well, let's give this a go. And by the end of it, I was like, holy crap, that was amazing. The production value of that show was amazing. The effects of the show are amazing too. The thing about it is that they kept with that practical special effects with it. So
yeah,
I mean, say what you will about the prequel trilogy, Attack of the Clones specifically. I mean, yeah, The Mandalorian is awesome. Yeah. So happy that they got nominated. So happy they got recognized. I mean, the original Star Wars was nominated for Best Picture, and George Lucas was nominated for Best Director and Best Original Screenplay. So
that is true. I forgot about that. I forgot that the original Star Wars was nominated for Best Picture.
6 Oscars in like the art direction, special effects, and Alec Guinness was nominated for Best Supporting Actor. But that's it. I mean, that's really all the acclaim that ever came Star Wars to the way of Star Wars. You know, ever since then, it's just been technical nominations.
Yeah.
So for them to get back into this with the Emmys and the Mandalorian, that's awesome.
Which they're gonna sweep technical. I think honestly, anyway, they're gonna win that because like the technical stuff of the show is phenomenal. But I gotta say that like I honestly feel like this show, even though they got nominated, I don't feel like they're gonna win. There's no chance they beat out like an Ozark or a Better Call Saul or something like that. But just that they got nominated, I think is just awesome, and it shows that we're past the point where now everybody, because like there was that point where like, oh, it's a Star Wars show, or it's fantasy, or it's a comic book movie, or it's like I think we're finally past that point now with awards now where they're really taking this material seriously, and also I think they're past the point with the material where they've gotten to the point where they're really putting out quality material, even though the source subject matter is, Star Wars. Yeah. They're killing it. So I'm thrilled. I think it's great, and well, I don't think they'll win Best Drama. I think they're going to clean up a lot on these. And actually, let me go over really quick here because I didn't go over it.
I was just going to throw it out there. I mean, the top nominated show this year was Watchmen.
Was it really?
Yeah, they got 12. HBO's Watchmen got 26 nominations altogether.
Holy shit! I didn't even know that.
They got,
and that's a comic book product. That's a comic book
product.
But HBO just killed it with their stuff. I mean, they're unbelievable. Yeah. I was trying to find out if in the article here if they listed what all the nominations were, but I can't seem to find it for some reason.
They release like the main nominations with like they don't release like all those are like the below the line categories that they don't even broadcast.
Yeah, they only said it. Okay. Well, anyway, regardless. So, what do you guys at home think? Do you think that The Mandalorian should have been nominated for the Best Drama category in the Emmys? Do you think they deserve 15 nominations? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Let us know in the comments below your thoughts on that, and we are going to jump to our final topic here of the day. Like I said, I had a lot of topics today. Final topic. 2.5 Men star. I don't know how to say this. Conchata Ferrell. Conchata Ferrell. It says she was in this article here. She was hospitalized. She actually has passed away from a heart attack. I honestly, I included this, even though she wasn't like a big star or anything. I included this because I enjoyed her in 2.5 Men, but I really enjoyed her in the movie Mr. Deeds, which she's got that awesome fight scene in Mr. Deeds. But pretty much anything I ever saw her in, she was funny, engaging, hilarious. And so I just wanted to run this by you really quick and see what you thought on the passing of Conchata Ferrell, which also a namesake, spelled a little differently, but
spelled a little differently.
But yeah. So your thoughts?
Just a well-respected character actor. She was in the industry for 30 plus years, I think. So yeah, I mean, I know it came out of left field this morning. It was a bit of a surprise. Yeah. But once again, another solemn piece of news out of Hollywood, and may she rest in peace, and may her family find solace. But yeah, like you said, she was absolutely hilarious in 2.5 Men.
Oh my God.
I mean, the counterpart to Charlie Sheen, so she was like Charlie Sheen, but to be the counterpart to his character as his maid, was just, dude, she was awesome.
She just killed it. I have no other way to do it. She killed it. She was kind of the glue on that show, right? Like you had Charlie Sheen, and then you had I always forget the other
Alan.
Yes, Alan.
John Cryer.
Yeah, there we go, John Cryer. And of course the kid, he was but she was like the glue that kind of held all that together. And even when Charlie Sheen left and Ashton Kutcher came on, she still kind of held. I know a lot of people didn't like it. It was okay, but she still was awesome. She So, but yes, so rest in peace again to her, and for her family, like you said, find solace. But just I also was surprised. Actually, one thing I didn't bring up, I was surprised she was 77. I did not think she was that old. Like that was a big shock to me too. So, but yeah. So anyway, what do you guys think? Let us know in the comments below your thoughts on that. And that concludes all the main topics for today. But since I got Ryan on here, I'm gonna go over some user comments and stuff with you today. So yeah, I gotta love user. Why do I say user? Viewer submissions, tips. We're gonna go over the tip comments first. So, first one comes from Del Mackey. Del Mackey donates $1 and he says, "Hey Mike, so the rumor is that the Oscars are going to be postponed, but the Golden Globes are a go. Thoughts?" So I'm turning that over to you, Ryan. What do you think, man? There's a rumor out there that the Oscars might actually be canceled, but the Golden Globes are going to go on in February, nonetheless. Your thoughts on that?
Well, the Golden Globes being the Hollywood Foreign Press Association, I mean, I don't know who really makes up the voting body of the Golden Globes, and I don't think Hollywood really knows either, because they're like whatever their foreign press associates are.
Yeah.
I once again, I don't like, to each their own. If the Oscars and the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences says no, we're not going to do it, or we're going to keep pushing it back till April or May. I think the Golden Globes confirmed yesterday. I want to say that they are for sure going ahead with their show in February.
Yeah.
I mean, normally they do it in January, so even they're pushing it by a month. But
yeah,
I hear it's a hell of a party.
Well, I mean, dude, like typically the Golden Globes is more entertaining than the Oscars. So, but so I have two things. So we'll start with the Golden Globes because you were talking about the foreign press. So it's actually, I think it's 70 members of the foreign press. But the funny thing about it is they're foreign press, but they all live in the States, which is ironic. But after doing a little digging, I found out that fun nugget.
Nice.
Conversely, the Oscars obviously made up of the Academy, which I think has like 7,000 members or something. It's something ridiculous.
There's, Academy, to be a voting member, you just get invited. And, there's anywhere between 7 to 14, maybe 14,000 members.
The point being is if you win an Oscar, you have the majority of 7,000 plus people who think you should win versus majority of 70. So that's why an Oscar is more prestigious. That being said, I think the other reason that they're going through the Golden Globes no matter what is because Golden Globes also include TV, which it's not just movies, whereas Oscars are movies only. So I think that's kind of the big thing. So, dude, with awards, so what? Like, it's just, I almost prefer to just see who won, right? Like, I used to love the Oscars. I'm just not really into them anymore. And I used to love the Golden Globes. I'm just not into them anymore, So for me, whatever. But I do think that the only reason they're keeping it is probably just because of the TV aspect of the Golden Globes. So, but anyway.
There's always someone that just wants to be like New Mutants being the stubborn one that's like, no, we're not canceling our release, we're going for it.
Yeah.
Like, okay, fine. So like Golden Globes, like, no, we're doing it. The Academy said no, we're going to be the award show this season that everyone watches. We're not going to be second anymore.
Yep. All right. So let's get to the next little comment here. Second one, we have 4 today. So wow, that's like a record for me. So
nice.
Second one, Thanos' useless right hand donates $5, and he said, "Did you hear The Boys has already been renewed for season 3, which we already touched on, and season 2 hasn't dropped yet." So yeah, like we touched on before, I think the big thing, and kind of he brought that up too again, is it says a lot for a show when you get renewed for a 3rd season when your 2nd season hasn't even hit yet. Which means I think Amazon knows they got something there, so they want to hold on to it. So that's kind of my thoughts. Any closing thoughts on that topic, or you just?
That's what I was going to say. Is that
So, what are your thoughts?
Nope, haven't even heard of it.
So yes, this is NBC's new streaming service. Basically, it's a three-tier streaming service. There's a free version, there's a slightly paid version where you have ads but not as many, and then there's a full version where you get no ads. And also each tier doesn't just have ad stuff, but they also increase the amount of content that you get with them versus each tier you go. So each tier you go up, you get more content.
Okay.
This one though, also like because we had talked about HBO Max before.
Yep.
This one also not available on Roku, not available on Amazon Fire Stick at all. You cannot stream it in any way on those devices. And I think, again, much like the HBO Max thing, is a huge mistake. And I actually want to bring this up because these are comments on the HBO Max video. Because I typically separate these segments out and post them. So comments on our discussion on the HBO Max stuff before. And I just want to go over because I had a ton of them. Apparently, people are not happy about not being able to get this stuff. So give me 1 second here. Bear with me. So I'm gonna go through all the comments here. Let's see. I get it with my digital TV subscription, so I'm not angry. Just frustrated that it's not set up for Roku. That comes from Brian Hall. Next one, Flying Pupper says, I'm close to dropping HBO Max and getting Hulu instead. The next one comes from Neighbor Martinez. I love the content HBO Max, but the fact that it's not on Roku Fire Stick is idiotic. I thought I was going to love Disney Plus, but after The Mandalorian ended, really isn't much that I like there. They fucked up. Star Wars was for me. Star Wars for me. I really seemed that all the Marvel movies. Wow, this is a long one here. Marvel movies. And I really don't want to see them again. They don't have any new content with watching my kids, the ones I watch most of the time. I like Netflix and Prime Video because their content keeps circulating. Plus, they are way ahead of Disney when it comes to fresh content. There's a lot of content on HBO Max, but I haven't seen that I look forward to most of the DC animated movies and Spawn. Plus, they seem to have all the adult content that Disney doesn't have. Leave it up to greedy businessmen to fuck everything up. Another one. Yeah, I can't stream HBO Max without my TV, Roku, Amazon. Time to cancel HBO altogether. Maybe AT&T. Tired of paying for substandard services. And these go on and on and on. I mean, and still, I checked again. It's still not available. It is still not available. And for Peacock to jump in and do the same damn thing, I can't believe it. I was just floored.
Yeah.
Again, how do you launch a major streaming service without having the major platforms to show it on? It's dumbfounding to me. And I don't get it, man.
I don't get it either. And it feels like it's some type of power play where it's like, we're not going to partner with you. We're just going to do our own thing and let's be, competitors. But once again, why? I mean, like, you're not going to. Here's the thing. Who in their right mind in this day and age thinks that they're going to compete with Amazon?
Right?
Like, I was thinking this, like, Amazon as a whole is literally like the best company in the world right now.
And look, I get that you're a competitor with Amazon in the sense that you compete streaming services, but if you use the platform that they have, you're going to exponentially increase your audience.
Right.
Between Amazon and Roku, it's 80 million viewers, 80 million subscribers that you can't reach. And here's another thing I didn't even bring up about Peacock. Peacock doesn't allow you to hook up. So if you have Peacock, because I did download Peacock on my phone and I kind of browsed through it and whatever.
Yeah.
But if you hook up an HDMI to your phone, it won't play. They have a thing built into there where you can't hook it up to your TV, no matter what. Now you can cast it. You can cast it to Chromecast. You can cast it to things like that. But it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's a joke to me. And this is why Netflix is still killing it out there. Because Netflix not only is still coming up with original content, not just that, but like 60 different things a month. They're pumping it out. But they're available to everybody. I mean, it's on everything. I mean, Netflix has got it. And although Disney Plus doesn't have a lot of new content, at least Disney Plus, is on everything. It's available. So yeah, dude, I'm frustrated with it. So to answer Nick Papagiorgio's question, I barely checked out the Peacock streaming service, and I'm unimpressed, basically. And to the point where I didn't even watch anything because it's not available on the platforms that I use to watch. So that's kind of how I feel. So, and finally, our last tip here comes from Bick Mitchum. Bick Mitchum says, what movie were you most scared of as a child? So, Ryan, do you want to take this one first, or?
Oh, as a child, that's a tough one. I don't know. I don't remember being scared of a lot of movies as a kid.
Yeah.
I know, of all movies, I Know What You Did Last Summer made me think twice about some things, when I was 10 or whatever. I had some dreams of a fisherman with a hook being outside my window.
I had different dreams of I Know What You Did Last Summer, but
but I don't know. I've never. I love horror movies, so it's never been something where I've been oh my god, I'm scared of that movie, or I remember me and my cousin were watching The Howling and the original Child's Play by the time we were 7.
Oh yeah.
I was
So mine, I got two actually. The name movie that got me was Poltergeist. Poltergeist is the one that got me. That's the big name one. But I was really young when I saw it. And then the other one that got me, I think it was a TV movie. I don't even know the name of it, but I'll give you a brief description. Basically, this guy was married to this lady, and he died, and his ghost possessed this globe lamp. So those ball globe lamps or whatever, So basically, it possessed this globe lamp or whatever, and he was in this globe lamp, and he was just haunting her from this globe lamp. Well, the reason it got me is because my mom and a bunch of family members had globe lamps. So I wouldn't go near a fucking globe lamp for a year. So yeah, so that was the one that got me, man. So yeah, that's it for me. So but thanks to Del Mackey, Thanos' useless right hand, Nick Papagiorgio, and Bick Mitchum for all their tips. So and then do you still got a couple of minutes, Ryan, or are you
signing off, sir?
You were signing off. All right, so I'll do the rest of them, man. All right, man. Well, thank you, dude. I appreciate you coming on again, man. And
it's been a pleasure.
All right, man.
See you next week.
Take it easy, sir.
Take it easy.
All right, so that was Mr. Ryan Farrell again. Thank you for jumping on, and yeah, I'm gonna go over the rest of this. So I still have a few comments and stuff to go over here really quick, and I have about 28% of my camera battery left to do it. So just to kind of explain that, I got a new camera. You guys may have noticed I look a little crisper, a little cleaner, and that's cool. And the reason is I got a new camera here for the show. I want the show to look good for you guys. So yeah. So I got a couple of comments here just with the live chat here. Pat, both from Pat. Pat said I want all movies at home with the little ones. It's so hard to get into the theaters. Yeah, dude, and I totally understand that. It won't be long, Pat, before you'll be able to take them to the theaters. But it starts with watching movies with them at home. So I totally get that. But keep watching movies with your kids, and you'll get to a point where you can make the theater thing more of a theatrical experience. I mean, my son, the first movie I ever took him to in the theater was a midnight showing of Spider-Man 2. He was 2 years old, and he was killer awesome in it. But I got him to watch movies still at home first, but that was cool because it was a packed theater, and I know who brings their 2-year-old awesome. So, and then Pat also jumped in, second live chat comment here. Are you caught up on Doom Patrol? No, I am not. I got one episode to catch up on, but dude, loving this season so far. I think the last episode I saw was the space one where they went to space. So I think that was one episode ago. I may have two. I'm not quite sure. But I will be catching up with Doom Patrol very shortly. Love it. Doom Patrol is amazing. If you guys have not seen it, it is freaking awesome. And then I had some Facebook comments here. Facebook comments pre-submitted. So let me jump on those here really quick. If you give me 1 second here to pull those up. Sorry, guys. I kind of had like multiple things here, and I totally forgot to pull these up previously. I'm so good at this, aren't I? Just the best, really. Here we go. I think this is it. Yes. So, let's see. Dan Sheehoin commented and said, Back to the Future is back in select theaters for the 35th anniversary. Not just for the 35th anniversary, Dan, but also it is also back because of COVID. A lot of theaters are doing the thing where they, show older movies and whatnot. So that's one of the big movies that's in there, Back to the Future. Dude, I can't believe it's been 35 years. 35 years for Back to the Future. Love that movie. Back to the Future, not quite as much. Back to the Future 3, big step down. But Back to the Futures 1 and 2 really enjoy. So yeah, I did not know that, but that is really, really cool. Stephanie wrote in, it's kind of a long one here. She goes, I mean, it's a little risque, but like top 10 favorite sex scenes, maybe? I don't know if that's inappropriate, but sex scenes have always fascinated me because it's such an intimate thing to fake with someone with an entire film crew surrounding you. So not trying to be raunchy for raunchy's sake or anything, but I actually really want to talk about this subject, and I was glad Stephanie brought it up. So, there's an actress out there. Her name is Erin Cummings, and she did an interview. You'll have to Google it to find it. But she's often talked on other film pundit shows and whatnot, and she talks about sex scenes and how they work in Hollywood. And yes, it's very involved. Sex scenes, if you guys don't know, are choreographed, much like fight scenes. Give me a second here to fix my headphones. So sex scenes, like fight scenes, are pre-planned and choreographed. So down to like, they sit down and pre-plan everything down to like, okay, are you going to grab my boob? Here's how you should do it. Okay, I'm going to grab your thigh here. You're going to be in this position, and then maybe we should do this thing. And they pre-plan it out down to the letter, down to every little thing. It's not just like they go, okay, guys, fuck. No, it doesn't work that way. It literally, sex scenes are very pre-thought out, pre-planned thing in movies. There's lots of things they have to wear. So they put on these little rubber underwears, and to cover up certain spots and whatnot. There is kind of an expected thing. Sometimes somebody might get aroused. It happens. It's part of the deal. Like, there's so many things, and then they also go over what isn't okay. So, the actors and actresses go over, like, what is not appropriate and what they don't want done to them. So, it's all pre-done, a lot of pre-done. And again, if you Google search Erin Cummings and just, talking about sex scenes, I'm sure you can find it. She's very knowledgeable on the subject, and if you really want to hear a Hollywood actress, by the way, Erin Cummings was in the TV show Spartacus. She, I think the first season, she played Spartacus's wife, who, I'm not going to spoil it, but anyway, she played Spartacus's wife early on in the series, so definitely a lot of sex scenes in that show. So she knows a lot about the subject. So yeah, Steph, if you really want a real good breakdown from a real Hollywood actress, look up Erin Cummings. She definitely talks about it in great detail on many different blogs, podcasts, whatever. You can find it, I'm sure. But yeah, sex scenes are definitely a very plotted out thing. So it looks, and if it's done well, you can tell, right? Like if they're good actors, they do a good job, and it looks like they they really have some intimacy there. And if it's not done well, it's bad. And some of them are comically bad. Oh man, I was trying to think of an example last night about it because I wanted to answer. You had an example of a comically bad sex scene, but I just couldn't think of one. But yeah. So Steph, great question. I think that was an amazing question. So thank you for that. Let's see what else we got. Let's go on to Patrick Greer again. Umbrella Academy season 2 is about to drop, dude. Yes, I am stoked for Umbrella Academy season 2. That is right up there. The Boys, Doom Patrol, and Umbrella Academy. Those 3 shows, man. If you love superhero stuff, you're gonna love these. But it's not your typical superhero fare. It is adult superhero fare, and it's dramatic. There's a lot of scenes in all 3 of these shows where it's like gut wrenching. You're like, what? Really? Holy shit. These are dramas dressed up as superhero shows, and there's great action too and everything else, but like, make no mistake, the writers of these shows are phenomenal. Great shows. All 3 of those shows you should watch. But yes, Pat, I am totally stoked for Umbrella Academy season 2. Josh asks, is there a documentary or interview collection on John Candy? Dude, I was going to look that up. I did not get around to looking that up, but I'm sure there's got to be something, right? I can't imagine there isn't. And then Wendy chimed in with, love Umbrella Academy, Shameless season 10? There's 10 seasons of Shameless? Jesus, man. I started watching Shameless. I gotta tell you, it was not for me. I was not a huge fan of Shameless. So, yeah, I don't know. I might give it another run. It's kind of like Game of Thrones. Like, I didn't like Game of Thrones either. I got 4 episodes into that, and I couldn't do it. So, I might give it another run. We'll see. So, and then let me see if there's anything else here. Doesn't look like it. I think that's it. So that's gonna do it, and right on time because my camera battery is about to die. So, want to thank everybody for checking in to this week's show. I appreciate it. Appreciate all the tip comments. Again, if you want to send in main topics for the show, so where you can have your main topic, and I will mention you by name if you want. With your main topic for the show, you can do that. themovieidiot@gmail.com. Otherwise, if you want to support the show, send in comments or questions or whatever. The tip link again, send in your comments and questions to streamlabs.com/movieidiot. Again, it's the best way because I read those comments first and foremost when I'm doing the show, so that's the best way to send in stuff. Also, you can send in questions or comments to @movieidiot1 on Facebook and on Twitter. And again, I want to thank you guys for checking in on the show, and we will do it again next week. Hopefully, we'll have Ryan back again next week, and hopefully, you guys have a great, great week, and I will catch you next week. Don't forget, of course, as always, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff so we can get lots of people watching. And I will catch you guys next week. Later.